Hey guys, so this is part 2 of the video. Now I wanted to also mention that I would love for them to do a rescue arc for Harribel since she's been captured in the Los Noches castle of the Walwelt from Yuhabak's Invisible Empire. Now going back to what I was saying in the first part of the video, what made Harribel very stand out when it came to actually fighting Yuhabak himself is that what power. I know that Kubo always find a way to refix an image of a character. I know a lot of people have been telling me online that Squad Zero got redeemed, like they had a redemption arc throughout Core 2, which I definitely want to see that. Because I always felt as if even in the manga, the way that they were like cut out from the screen, like they didn't have that many battles like backstory. I think they're gonna fix that, but I wish they could do the same for Harribel, like give her more screen time, and show us the fight that she had. Let's say for an example, in Core 3, while they go rescue her. The person I was planning to like go rescue her would be Nell, Peche, and Chaka and Gremjow, right? Let's say they go rescue Harribel while this whole fight is happening. 2, that would be cool, and they will probably ask Harribel like, so how did you get defeated? Like, and Harribel be looking at Gremjow and they're like, well, this is what happened, and they give us a little flashback. That would be cool because I feel as if she's so underrated when it comes to a character, as well as she is a former Vasta Lotus, right? And she's also one of the top 3 espadas. So the fact that she held her own just to fight Yuha speaks value of her power, right? I mentioned this before. I said that the reason why the top 3 espadas stood out was that not just because of their spiritual pressure, but also their abilities when they're fighting. It doesn't affect them in, let's say, in the real world or even the fake Kurakura town. Because the reason why I mentioned this is that, remember Adonero and Adoniri, the reason why they couldn't fight in the sunlight, the artificial sunlight, was due to the fact he mentioned that certain espadas or hollows, their abilities could only be stronger during the darkness or the nighttime. And that's why he fought Eurukia in the nighttime or inside of the enclosed space that had no more artificial light. So Harribel, Stark, and Bargon, I don't think they had that effect. I think they could let loose whenever they feel like it or power up because they're like the closest to the full form Vastalordis. Even Ulquiorra had that same issue because a lot of people don't realize Ulquiorra, even though he came to the real world, when it came to releasing his resurrection, he had to broke the canopy of Los Noches just to transform. And I'm thinking maybe it's because not only the rules that Aizen placed upon the top 4 espadas, but whoever is able to release their resurrection should not have certain effects. But also I feel as if Ulquiorra would have been weak in the real world if he were to release his resurrection form. And people could fight me on that. It's just a theory. Because based on the theory that Ordinero couldn't go all out on his resurrection due to the fact that he was stuck in a artificial light, he had to go back inside in order to even fight Rukia. And mind you, he took the form of Rukia's vice captain, Kai and Shiba, which Kai and Shiba had a Zanpakuto that was very similar to Harribel's release sword, which Nejibada is the only Zanpakuto that is water type. And I would have loved to see what his Bankai would have been like. Because if Shikai is pretty crazy because it's like a trident that spew water. Like the more he creates water, and mind you, it's rare to find characters that has water manipulation that's capable of, I'm assuming, reishi or not reishi based. But enough said. Let me know what you guys think. Should Harribel receive a rescue arc, like let's say the first few episode of the of the Thousand Year Blood War arc, like core 3? That would have been so cool to get some backstory of what actually happened and how the Yuhabak invaded this whole thing. Because all we got was steel shots and a little bit of movement, and I feel as if that did it injustice. And I feel as if I'm not sure what Kubo's thinking. Is it because that that character is not ready to be fully developed backstory wise when it comes to the fight? Or will he be actually able to add that? Because I think a lot of people have that in mind too. Like, what happened to Harribel? She's the first or second character we saw in the Thousand Year Blood War arc that got defeated, and she's alive, but is she captured? So that should be a little mini rescue arc, and I would love to see that happen. So let me know what you guys think, and I am signing out. Bye bye.